Hello everyone, welcome to another review of kayak fishing gear with me, Dizzy. Today I'm going to be talking to you about an interesting bit of kit. It's a Fenix HM61R headlamp. I think it's going to make an ideal safety or emergency light for the kayak. So stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. So the Fenix HM61R, there's quite a few lamps in the Fenix lineup. They all look pretty good, but this one in particular really stood out to me for a few reasons. First of all, the fact that it's tough. You know, it's made of aluminium. It's got an IP68 rating, and they say in the documentation submersion 2 meters for 30 minutes. We'll test that theory out in a minute. It's got a really nice wide beam. It can be taken off and used as a torch. It's compact. It's got a clip that you can use to attach it to a PFD. It's got a rechargeable battery. It lasts a long time and it's bright. So the torch itself fits into a cradle on the actual headband, and you can quite easily take it off via a rubber retainer. So if you take that off, it unclips, and there you go. You can use it as a normal flashlight. To attach the light back onto the headband, just push it into the clip and then pull the rubber retainer back around. When it's on your head, you can obviously change the angle, move it up and down, which is quite neat. And the headband itself, that's probably the only downside I would say. It's not particularly easy to adjust. It's quite a nice headband. You know, it's well made. It's just not particularly easy to adjust, which is not a big deal. You can charge it using a magnetic charging clip. So on the back of the flashlight, you can see there's an attachment to charge it, and then you've got a simple USB charge attachment. So I think it takes 2 to 4 hours to recharge it. Now this was one of the reasons why I particularly like this model over some of the others. I think most of their other models, particularly the ones that are suitable for fishing, so I know they've got an HM65R that a lot of the fishermen like. Now my slight issue with those, as opposed to this one, is that they've got USB charging built in, but they always have those little rubber flaps that you know, from a kayak fishing perspective, I look at those and think if there's a weakness, that's where it's going to be in terms of robustness and in terms of getting dunked in the water. So when I saw the magnetic charging aspects of this one, I was really quite impressed. The battery itself, you simply unscrew the cap. That's the battery that comes with it. It's a 3,500 milliamp battery. You can buy spare batteries that do come with a charge attachment. Okay, so I've actually purchased a spare battery, and as you can see, the spare that I've bought has got a USB charge port in it, so you can charge this outside of the headlamp. You don't need the magnetic charge port to be able to charge it. You can just use a micro USB lead. I'll put the specs of how long the battery lasts up on the screen so you can see. But you know, in terms of comparison, in terms of size of these things, the one that the smaller battery is a normal AA size battery. Okay, so you can see that's a lot smaller than the Fenix battery. That's just for comparison, gives you a little bit of an idea. So the headlamp has 2 built-in LEDs. One of them is a white LED, and that I think has got 5 different brightness modes. And the other LED is a red LED, which is great for night vision. I think that's got 2 brightness modes, and it's also got a flashing mode. The beam pattern on the white LED is quite wide, wide enough to be able to see your rods if you were sat in the kayak at night. And again, that's another plus over some of the other models that they sell. The headlamp's got a clip, a pocket clip on the side. It rotates, and that allows you to clip it onto a PFD, which is another really useful feature, particularly if you're going to use it as a safety light. I have been told that the clip comes off. I think you'd have to try pretty hard to take that clip off, but it's probably just as well to be aware of that if you are going to clip it onto your PFD permanently. Personally, I'd probably keep it in the pocket of my PFD. So in order to switch the lamp on, you press on the button at the top of the lamp, you keep it pressed, and it comes on. To switch through the various modes, you just click, click, click. And if you want to switch from the white light into the red light, you hold it down, keep it pressed for just over a second, and then you can see the red LED. And again, you just click to cycle through the modes, and then keep it pressed for a long time, and you'll go back again to the white mode. Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory. It does remember the mode, so if you turn it off and turn it back on again, it will remember the last mode that you used before you switched it off, which is quite a nice feature. It's got a magnetic base, which means, should you wish to, you can clip it to something that's ferrous, and it's pretty tough. It will stay on there. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm probably not very likely to use that on the kayak, but it could be something that's useful if you're using it at home for DIY, etc. So here we go, just to prove it really does work. Put it into some freezing cold water. There you go. Oh. Job done. So in conclusion, I really like this Fenix HM61R lamp. It's a decent, solid bit of kit. Okay, it's got a 5-year warranty. I like the beams. I like the fact that it's bright. I like the fact that the battery is rechargeable and that it lasts a long time. It's tough. It's waterproof. I guess the only downsides that I can think of, the headbands could be a little bit better in terms of the adjustment, the ease of adjustment. And it's a shame that the lamp doesn't come with a version of the battery with the USB charge option. But I actually prefer the fact that you have got the magnetic charge on the lamp, because I think in terms of the use case that I'm going to use it for out on the kayak, I would much rather that it was secure, because it's going to last a lot longer. So all things considered, I think this is probably going to be my safety emergency light on the kayak. So I hope this review has been useful. I hope you learnt something. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.